It's been a year since the state legislature approved public places for people to use marijuana. Now they're one step closer to becoming a reality. Paul Nelson is live in the newsroom with that story. Paul, what does today's approval mean for retailers and other applicants?
Well, they could start applying as early as this fall, Ari, and some have been planning for the opening of consumption lounges for quite a while. The state will allow up to 65 licenses. 20 of them can be independent of an existing retail shop.
Soul Cannabis is a unique business in Washoe Valley. It grows and sells marijuana. The owner hopes his business will be one of the existing retail businesses that'll get approval to open a consumption lounge.
That consumption component is just one additional feather in our cap, allowing us to differentiate ourselves from some of the other facilities that exist.
The Nevada Cannabis Compliance Board unanimously approved regulations for applications and the lounges. It comes after 11 months and 15 public meetings and workshops. With a new industry, the board does expect to make changes down the road.
This is very new territory. There's no blueprint for consumption lounges out there. I mean, we created this essentially from scratch.
The law will allow up to 45 lounges that would be attached to existing dispensaries. It also allows 20 that are independent of a dispensary. Half of those will get a social equity preference. Applicants who have been negatively impacted by nonviolent marijuana crimes. All applicants have to submit a diversity plan.
I hope that you make sure that this is really done and we don't find business as usual where 95% of the licenses go to people who don't look like me.
A big reason the law passed was to provide a safe place for tourists to use marijuana legally.
We didn't give anybody a place to legally consume, and as a result of that, there's been some tickets issued, everywhere from hotels that you're not supposed to smoke in to, downtown Reno and downtown Las Vegas.
And your receipt and your paperwork inside your bag.
Of course, the lounges will provide another place for locals, too.
I think it's a great idea. Keep them, out of their homes, away from the kids, and they can have a good time and not get in trouble.
Application fees for existing retailers will cost $100,000 non-refundable. Local governments still have to give the final okay to open consumption lounges. Officials say we could see some open by the end of the year. Covering the big story live in the newsroom, Paul Nelson, 2 News.